This video review is being brought to you by PrimeToys.net. PrimeToys.net, where you can get collector grade toys without the collector grade pricing. PrimeToys.net. And be sure to stick around to the end of this video review, where you can get not one, but 2 codes to use on PrimeToys.net for great discounts. And I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, your friend Don back yet again for another video review. And as you can see, we're going to look at Wave 2 Deluxe Class Titans Returns Chromedome. Pretty cool. Again, this is another repaint, remold of another figure. But before we get into Chromedome here, let's go ahead and look at his packaging, which we have the same basically style here of the regular, all the other ones. Chromedome in his robot mode, Chromedome in his car mode. We have his little Titan Master here, Styler, and we also have the rest of the wave showing off here. We got Clobber, the Titan Master, his fellow Headmaster, Highbrow, Alpha Trion, and Soundwave. Leader, Voyager, Deluxe, Titan Master. Pretty cool. But in this, it says the normal stats for him. All about Styler. Gives Chromedome the power to Minnow surgery. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but the ability to access and edit another Autobot's memories. Basically, what he has in the ability he has in the IDW comics. So it's actually pretty cool that they tie that into that. But let's get the packaging out of the way, so we can look at Chromedome himself. Very cool. Definitely reading a nice image of the G1 style character. Granted, this is a repaint, remold of basically the Dead End character or Combiner Wars figure, but they did really good on this in my book. I think they did really well. They remolded it into this, repainted it into Chromedome, and he looks really good. He's got nice brown. He's got nice like a tannish color here as well, like nice bright red as well. And also don't forget the silver here on the hood. The wheels are of course plastic, but they're kind of a clearish plastic. I kind of wish they just done pure regular black, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's really not. It's just not that bad at all. But we'll set Chromedome down and we'll look right here at his accessories real quick. We of course got his Titan Master here, Styler, which has the same basic red that Chromedome has, so definitely matches him up. He has the brown, again just like Chromedome, and he has of course Chromedome on his back, which is a nice, really cool image of the IDW version in my book. I'll kind of zoom that in. We'll look at that head sculpt once we get it transformed into robot mode. But again, he is very, very cool. You can take Styler here, and you can put him in Chromedome. Though for me, it has been a pain, mostly because I have no nails really. I can't really pop this open real well. I have to really work at this to get this open. Come on, work with me. There we go, got it. You open this panel up, and it's a double panel here. These do split apart, but you basically take Styler here. You can set him down and just position him in there like so. I'm not going to fully close this because I don't want to have to fight to get this guy back out. Like, basically close that down. Now, one thing I have noticed on mine, and from what I've heard from other fans, it does have the same issue where on this side of mine on Chromedome, it seems like it's rubbing really tightly, and it does seem like, just looking at it from here, it does the same on this, that when you go to close this down, these pieces kind of rub against the main body here, making it a little bit harder to fold that down, as you can see, and you kind of hear it kind of click from rubbing. And you see how that is too. But that's not bad. Again, I'm not going to close this all the way down because I don't want to fight this thing getting it back up. He does have this gun, which again is another Titan Master styled gun. It's all red, basically the same kind of red, a little bit, maybe a shade lighter or two from the red here. But you can take this, and it gives you a couple options for this. It actually shows you in the instructions to do it this way. it actually shows you taking it and using this peg, pegging it into the peg hole here on the car. Problem with that is it gives him a rise. It doesn't let his wheels touch the ground. Granted, you can do this. You can just use the side peg and peg it in there. It's a little bit tighter to do that way though. And it's not bad. It's really not that bad to do that. Plus you can take another Titan Master and stick them in there to have them in the seat. As you can see, it's kind of tight because I was already trying to pull them apart there. But you can also take this. He has two little peg holes right here. You got two pegs right up here on the top of Chromedome, where you can take and you can just line it up and peg it down, which I just pushed that down. I'm going to regret that. Oh well. But again, you can put another Titan Master up here and have him basically turret. You can take this gun, which is his other one. Again, it's another repaint of the one, basically similar to what I think Blur has. So that it's not bad. You can take it, of course, and you can peg it onto the side on this without a problem. It doesn't look too shabby either. It looks actually pretty good for that, to put one on each side. But you can also take this, use that same peg, and whoops, plug it in right here on that. When you got a Titan Master in there, it actually works pretty good. And they actually put a Titan Master in there, and you can fly this around like a little drone or something like that too. But you can, again, reattach this on there, and it doesn't look too bad at all doing that. Nice little double gun for car mode. But let's move these out of the way, and we'll go ahead and try and see if I can get this opened again. Work with me. Come on, come on. You did it just a minute ago. There we go. Get Styler out there, and we'll go ahead and close this. I'll leave that up. But transform this guy, what you want to do, start right here on the side. You'll fold these out just like you would from the Combined Wars mold. Fold these up like so, like so. And you basically have his arms pretty much ready to go there. You'll then fold these. We'll go ahead and fold these back. You can unpeg this, and as you can see, it's going to fold down like so by opening the doors here, or basically the back panel. You'll flip them open, and then you'll just rotate this down like so, and do the same on this side like so, and then you fold these back and lock them into place. You'll push these down, and it kind of locks. I think this bit of plastic here, this tab or this right here, kind of helps lock it. But again, you fold this and just push it down, and it kind of locks it nice and snug. Fold this up, lock it right back in place. You will fold these feet down like so. You will then basically stand them up. You will rotate this around at the waist to form his upper body. You will then fold this panel here down, and it has two little pegs here that's going to sort of lock in right down here. As you can see, you got two pegs here, they'll peg in right there. Formed a nice little compactment to the chest. I do dig that. I think that looks really good on him. You'll then, right here, you got, as you can see in there, you get a double hinged bit right there. You will simply just pop that loose and fold it back. You pull this out like so, and just rotate that down into his back, basically locking that. It doesn't really peg. It just kind of folds up, though it does. I'm sorry, it does peg. I keep forgetting about these guys back here. He's got two pegs here, and he's got, get these feet out of the way. He's got two pegs here, almost basically showing his butt up in your face there. But you got two peg holes here, and you got two pegs right there. Those are basically going to peg right in like so and lock in that. So that does work great for that. We'll just straighten them back out. turn him around. Let's not forget his hands. Rotate those out. Rotate that out. Come on, rotate. There we go. And here we have Chromedome's body ready to go. Now all we need is, first we're going to take his guns here and we're going to peg them in. But you can take this sideways and peg it in like so. These are kind of a little bit bigger for these, the peg holes, I mean, but it does lock in and it will sit nice and secure. It does kind of look weird. I mean, it really does, but it's not bad either. Take the other one, of course, and peg it into his other hand. Like so. I kind of wish they could have just given him 2 of these. I mean, they didn't really, nothing wrong with this, but they could have done something. Just gave him like 2 of these when he would have been just as good. Also, don't forget on this, you can take the peg, the gun, this gun here, or even this one if you wanted to, with the peg holes here, or the peg, excuse me, on the forearms and stuff. He still has the peg hole from car mode on his up on his upper shoulder. You can actually do that if you wanted to. Kind of give him a little seeker type style look to him, which ain't too bad. But I'm just going to leave it in his hand for the time, because Chromedome did have, in the G1, he did have 2 guns. So, and then we take a little styler here, flip him over, and we'll go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpt, which looks really, really good. I love the basic gray helmet style for it, the blue for his visor, and the oranges for his face and everything. Looks really, really good. Definitely looks like the IDW comic book with that. You just simply take it and we'll peg it into his body here. And then we have Chromedome in his robot mode. Really nice, really, really cool. I do dig this guy. Again, like I mentioned before, it is very hard to decide which one of these guys is the better of the set. Though of the 3 now that we reviewed, I would honestly have to say Chromedome would have to be at the bottom of the 3. I hate to say that, but it's not that I don't like him. I love him. He looks really good. The paint and everything on him is really nice. It's just, we've seen this mold. I would not mind seeing a different mold, and they don't get me wrong. I don't mind at all that they use the Combiner Wars mold, but they could have done a little bit better. But they did do some nice retweaking of it, especially with this chest piece and everything on him. It does look good. But that being said, his articulation is the same. Rotate with a ball joint right here for the head. Doesn't have much motion in this form. You can rotate the arm all the way around like so, even though it does kind of get hindered a little bit with the wheel and stuff there. Not much, just a little small bit of rubbing there, not much at all. He does have the ball joint, of course, for the shoulder. We can rotate there. Has the swivel, and again, it is kind of rubbing a little bit into that wheel. That is another little, one of the main reasons I think is a little drawback to this guy. He does have the elbow swivel and the hand, of course, no finger articulation in that. He does have the waist swivel, which again is hindered again by this here. As a nice addition that they basically made it where that pegs in, but it does hamper a lot of his movement. Though it can be understandable with the, basically the humanoid style to him. He does have the ball joints for the hips, the swivel as well, the knee bend, and a little bit of foot articulation. But I have to admit, that is one thing also about this. He has the little foot here, but he also has this back here. He's giving him some nice heel to help him stand and give him that extra oomph to the stance. But that being said, that's going to be the end for this video review, guys. This one's actually short and sweet, but don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and please subscribe. Also, check out PrimeToys.net, where you can get one of 2 codes to use for Prime Toys. Transmissions 30, where you can get 30% off with your order of all items in stock, or transmissions, where you get 10% off all Transformers related items. But note, you cannot use more than both of those codes at the same time. Also check out the Transmissions podcast, which helped us get those great codes at Prime Toys. And I'm sorry this video is running as short as it is. I'm actually running out of battery power. So I'm about to end this right now and say thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.